Hi, everyone. Boy, am I excited about everything that's happening in Washington State and across the country in terms of middle housing. So, a couple of updates I wanted to give you. Number one, I just came back from the Builder Show in Las Vegas, and my goodness, I'll tell you right now, middle housing was on everybody's top list of things to go and hear about in terms of middle housing education, any type of exhibit that had anything to do with alternative housing, smaller housing, affordable housing. Those areas were busy, busy. So it's on everybody's top of mind. So we know that middle housing is here. We know middle housing is here to stay. But there's three things I want to talk about, okay? And those three things include this. First and foremost, number one, it is often, most times, more expensive to build a smaller product. It just is because of the infrastructure costs. What I am seeing in the industry now is a lot of innovation around actually solving that problem by building offsite. And it used to be where offsite building of anything was just absolutely not acceptable. But today, because of the ability to avoid bad climate and do it in a factory, it's becoming way more popular. Not to mention, let's talk about building science for a second. The building science around building homes in factories is at a level I've never seen before. So I'm going to make a little prediction. The prediction I'm going to make is this: building an ADU, building an attached unit, even building townhome products in the next duplexes, fourplexes, in the next 5 years, we are going to be building those things in factories. We are going to be trucking them to our properties and we're going to be craning them in. Now, that still doesn't mean that that takes away from the most important thing that a homeowner, let's say, who's going to do this, needs to worry about and that would be things like permitting, site work, setbacks, allowance, all of those things, right? Utilities, the hooking up of utilities. But what I'm seeing now is I'm seeing this bridging of the gap between the way we used to do things and the way we're starting to do things. So, number one point is big changes coming to how we build homes, period. We see that mostly in the smaller sizes now because it's always easy to perfect something smaller first. The second thing I want you to know is that design detail is extremely important when it comes to building a smaller product. You have to think about things like using every inch of space, window space, floor space, ceiling space, wall space. Every single square inch has to serve a purpose. And my goodness, the amount of creativity that is out there is nothing short of amazing. I saw so many solutions for that, even at the builder show. One of the things I've always said is if you're going to build a small space kitchen, you make sure that every drawer you could literally stand on it. You could be 250 pounds and that drawer is well built, well made, because pulling out drawers gives you more space than just a cabinet door, right? So, third thing I want to talk about just briefly is the fact that I am following not just our legislative issues in Washington state, but across the country. And what I'm seeing is that we are changing the way we feel about housing. We now know we have an affordable housing issue. And I will tell you that, and I'm so excited to report this. I am seeing some solutions that are coming our way. I'll keep you up to date as we go. But first thing I want you to know is you need to know what's coming with middle housing. Most importantly, as a real estate professional, you need to know, what is this house worth if the sellers decide to build an ADU? What is this house worth if they decide to do nothing? Because there is value in providing housing in a community, in an area that has the type of severe housing shortage that many of our communities have now. So keep middle housing top on your list as your thing to do this year to get up. You got to get this top knowledge, top of mind knowledge around, what you need to know, because you're going to have clients ask you. So stay on top of it and join me week in and week out. I'll be addressing a little bit about middle housing because it's just such a big, big thing right now. So thanks, guys. Take care.